today. This is a replacement game for FIU after their matchup against Charlotte was postponed due to COVID protocols within the Charlotte program. Cam Corcoran, number 1, former FIU Panther for 3 years, making a homecoming down the road, if you will. We're underway here at the Ocean Bank. St. Thomas and FIU, glad to have you with us right away on the lob. Pinckney couldn't put it in. Might get a second chance here out of play, though, off of FIU. Patrick, the Panthers are coming off a competitive loss to Old Dominion. Out-rebounded on the boards, had some tough things go against their way in transition defense. Trying to get back in the win column today after 3 straight losses.
Yeah, that's important to end that 3-game losing streak today. Get a little bit of confidence back. FIU shot the ball well, better than 40% from 3 against Old Dominion, but need to play a little bit better defense today and clean some things up to end this losing streak.
Good chance to get back in the win column against the Bobcats out of NAIA. Program up in Miami Gardens. About 30-minute drive up the road. First shot is off target. The Panthers down on their end for their second possession. Brewer going behind the back. Jump pass over to Brown, who thought better of it. Still plenty of time here on the shot clock. Brewer will let it fly from distance. Back rim, no good, and that's corralled by Dwayne Russell. Patrick, the top 2 scorers for St. Thomas are Chris Whitaker and Cam Corcoran. They both played just 1 game, though. That was the last matchup against Vermont Tech. Yeah,
this is an important game for these guys, too, to kind of incorporate those 2 into the lineup and get them flowing with the team. And this is an interesting basketball team in the Bobcats. Several Division I transfers. They could be really dangerous in the Sun Conference and NAIA this year.
If anything, it's an opportunity for FIU as well to get back to what they do, rebounding the basketball. Have held their own for much of this season, pretty even on the glass with opponents, as Pinckney puts it in off glass and the foul. He'll go to the free throw line for a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. St. Thomas against Vermont Tech out-rebounded Tech 48-24. They have some capable players on the glass. It'll be interesting to see how aggressive FIU is on the boards today.
Well, it's good to see Pinckney getting going early, getting him some touches down low, and get him a chance to work on his game against some pretty quality bigs that St. Thomas had.
Seth Pinckney had 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting in 22 minutes against Old Dominion. Pressure here from the Panthers. St. Thomas turns it over. Floyd giving it away. Brewer quickly on the other end, wasting no time. Left it short. Brewer had a nice performance, 17 points against ODU. It did take him 17 shots to get there, though. Contested drive and finish here. That's Augustus Long for 2. Or Stone, excuse me, I beg your pardon. Averaging 16 points per game this season. Here's Lovett, corner 3. He's short, and the Panthers off the mark from distance to start things off today.
Now, one of the bright spots from that Old Dominion loss on Thursday was Lovett making his first 4 threes and getting him going from beyond the arc.
There's a nice drive underneath. Jahsim Floyd, the senior who transferred in from St. Francis University, puts the Bobcats up 4-3. Lovett will step into another 3. That one too strong. And a rebound from Floyd. Good start here for St. Thomas in the first 2.5 minutes.
So they're rebounding the ball well, and now they're starting to get things going on the offensive end, too.
Short corner, mid-range, true. Chris Whitaker, who had 21 in the game against Vermont Tech. He's a Portland State transfer, Division I guy. St. Thomas up 3.
And he added 13 assists in that game, too. He's looking like a guy that can really jumpstart this St. Thomas offense once they start getting him some more games here as they get into conference play.
Here's Corcoran with the basketball, who was a contributor for the Panthers in his time here. Originally began his career at Arkansas Little Rock. Sharp shooter, can get the ball off quickly. Panthers will have to keep a hand in his face, but distributing there, but the help came late. I think it was Brown who got a hand on it. It might have been Pinckney as well. It was hard to tell as they both went crashing to the rim. Tough pass for Jones to handle, keeps it in play. Well, disjointed first 3.5 minutes for the Panthers offensively. Shooting 1 for 6 from the field. Lovett's third 3-pointer. This one will fall. Lovett ties the game. He had perhaps his best performance of the season against Old Dominion, did Lovett. 16 points, had 4 3-pointers, and FIU hoping that gets him out of a shooting slump.
Lovett had a nice game in the previous home game against Stetson too, so hopefully that shooting is going to come along now. We know he's a capable shooter, had struggled with it earlier in the season, but starting to improve now.
Whitaker's fadeaway was off the mark. Tied at 6, 4 minutes in. Brewer all the way to the rim. St. Thomas is really concerned about the rolling action of Pinckney. Brewer and Pinckney have connected on so many lobs this season. They just forgot about the quickness in that first step of Brewer.
Yeah, good read by Brewer to see the open lane and drive it.
Brewer now guarding his former teammate Corcoran. Pinckney showing. Corcoran all the way to the rim, can't finish. Tip, no good. And Jones winds up with it, pushing the other way. Lovett for 3. 1 for 4 now from beyond the arc. We didn't see FIU get out on the break too much in their conference opener against the Monarchs as well. It was ODU that was adhering to that script, flipping the narrative for really what their pace of play had been all season long. Jones off to Lovett inside the arc, and it looks like FIU will reset here.
Yeah, this is a game where FIU can work on some things, whether it's transition offense. We saw a little bit of the press earlier.
And there's the lob from Brewer to Pinckney that time. Forgot about the big man.
And that's something that FIU clearly has been emphasizing today. The pick and roll with Brewer and Pinckney, and that was a nice one.
Good start for St. Thomas with the Panthers on a 7-0 run heading into the media timeout. Brewer to Pinckney. The Panthers are up 4.
The Florida Lottery is proud to support education by contributing billions of dollars to Florida schools and awarding countless Bright Future scholarships so Florida students can do more than just dream of a brighter future. They can create one. Learn more at flalottery.com.
Pegasus, the divine winged horse that flew with heroes mounted for glory. Arrogant, gun runner, city of light, mucho gusto, and Knicks go. Racing, the thunder and the lightning on the track, energy in the stands. Vibe, fashion, entertainment, all for one.
Welcome back to Miami. It's a 10-6 lead for FIU. 5 minutes into the first half. Glad to have you with us on CUSA TV. AJ Ricketts, Patrick Murray. A couple substitutions for the Panthers during that media timeout. Petar Kravakovic and Dante Wilcox on the floor for the first time for FIU. Panthers 4 of 10 from the field to start things off, and that'll be a 10-second violation on St. Thomas coming out of the timeout. I think Corcoran just lost track of time there.
Yeah, FIU went with the full court man-to-man, and yeah, I think Corcoran thought he had a little bit more time, was just taking his time to cross the timeline.
Brewer was confused on. So after the 10-second violation, the shot clock starts at 20 for the opposing team. Brewer's getting clarification there. At the elbow, drive it on Corcoran. Panthers swing it around, 6 seconds to shoot. Brown with it. Kravakovic. Jones will have to get it off. Nope, he makes an extra pass, and FIU is just completely unaware of the shot clock. So whether it's the 10-second or the 20 seconds, the shot clock causing problems for both teams here.
Yeah, I think FIU was still thinking in their heads that they had that extra 10 seconds, and they weren't.
Brewer was aware, but nobody else was.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else noticed that they only had 20.
Quan Smart and Javante Hawkins sub in for FIU after that last dead ball. They're probably getting across the timeline in this possession for Corcoran. St. Thomas having trouble taking care of that. It's on the end line. It'll stay with STU.
I like the effort from Smart, poking that ball out, diving all over the floor to try and recover it. He's shown some really nice effort on the defensive end of the floor this season.
This will be an interesting game to see what St. Thomas brings to the table. Again, 5-5 overall. Now a 5-second violation on the inbounds. There's FIU pressure causing some issues. Oh, excuse me, a timeout first on St. Thomas. A timeout first. They'll keep possession, but a 30-second timeout here. We'll keep it right here. St. Thomas 5-5 overall, 2-3 in conference play. But they've won 3 straight games. It'll be interesting. We mentioned, this is just game 2 for Whitaker. It's game 2 for Corcoran. That's about 40 points per game and scoring they're adding to their lineup, at least based on their game against Vermont Tech. And they're trying some new things here as well.
Yeah, so it will be interesting to see what St. Thomas can do the rest of the season once they get Corcoran and Whitaker involved a little bit more and get them in the flow of what they want to do offensively. It seems like a team that could be pretty good in the Sun Conference, adding those two to an already good team.
They have also been affected, of course, by the recent spate of COVID cancellations. The entire Cruising Classic was canceled. That one will fall from Johnson, to make it 10-8. That was a 2-pointer. Corcoran getting his hands in the passing lane. 10-8 here early in the first half. Hawkins will let it fly. Off the mark, Wilcox mistimed his jump a little bit. Here come the Bobcats the other way. Short corner jumper off left rim, and Smart looking to push the pace. The Maryland transfer spinning, and a dump off pass to Wilcox. Maybe Smart bailed out by the trailer there, but it all worked out in the end.
He probably should have been looking to pass that one a little bit earlier, but he did a nice job of finding Wilcox before it was too late.
Corcoran, deep 3, front rim. Get his own rebound down at the perimeter after it was tipped out to him. Here's a right wing 3, back rim. Brown will secure it this time. Smart this time in control to the rim for 2 off the glass.
Yeah, St. Thomas has got to stop the ball in transition like that, and a good play by Smart. They're going to give you the lane, just go right to the rim.
Bobcats break the pressure. Back out to Corcoran. Corner 3 is true. Augustus Stone, the grad student from Baltimore, transferred in from West Virginia State. And St. Thomas will get it right back after Brown traveled with it. It wasn't the best game for Cleavon Brown against Old Dominion. It was scoreless on 0 of 4 shooting. Isaiah Banks also didn't score in that game against ODU. So that's 16 points per game for FIU. That did not provide an offensive punch that FIU really needed in that conference opener.
Yeah, it's been tough for FIU this year. Losing some, it seems like from game to game, they haven't had a consistent group of scorers other than Tevin Brewer. And they need some more consistency out of those guys down the lineup. It seems like one night Eric Lovett's scoring, and then when he's not scoring, Banks is scoring. And so they need a few of those guys to all be scoring at the same time.
Panthers get the turnover. Running once more. Here's Hawkins, the floater. Just put a bit too much on it. And Brewer's at 16 points per game. And that'll be another foul on FIU. Second team foul on the Panthers. Fouls on Smart. Daniel Parrish is listed as averaging 15 points per game, but he only played in one contest against Trinity earlier in the year. So in reality, just 2 players in double figures for the Panthers. Denver Jones is at just under 12 points per game. St. Thomas has been at 3 players in double figures, now with 5 when you add the one-game performance of Whitaker and Corcoran. That was fired to the first row. And another giveaway here for St. Thomas. That their 4th turnover. 5th, excuse me. That'll bring us to the under 12 timeout. Panthers 3-point lead. St. Thomas hanging around here in Miami.
Smart homes have more than neat gadgets. It's also the smart choices on the appliances homeowners choose and the energy that fuels them. One of the smartest choices? Safe, efficient natural gas. Why switch to this smart energy? You'll save on monthly energy bills, and you'll save more than $1,000 with available appliance upgrade rebates. Plus, it's reliable. Hot water and hot homemade meals, even after severe weather. Choose natural gas. Visit fcgsmarthome.com.
Hello, I'm the Good Greek Spiro, and I have some very exciting news. Good Greek Moving and Storage is launching our Welcome Home program. Book your next move with Good Greek, and you will receive our housewarming package, which includes gift cards valued at over $1,000, along with a neighborhood guide as you discover your new favorite local businesses. For the best move ever and to receive your exclusive gift offer, visit goodgreek.com and welcome home.
Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
At Williamson Cadillac, your car buying experience will be the perfect balance of luxury and sophistication. We're innovating every day to ensure a streamlined car buying process for our customers. Our lineup of Cadillacs are setting new standards in luxury, from the unmistakable crossover series to our sedans that are dedicated to performance, plus the original Icon and newly redesigned Cadillac Escalade. View our entire inventory at WilliamsonCadillac.com. Williamson is Miami.
Well, Happy New Year to you and yours. It's a 14-11 lead for FIU. 8 minutes into the first half here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. Good to be with you on CUSA TV. AJ Ricketts alongside Patrick Murray. Panthers with a 3-point advantage. Bounce pass into Wilcox with the rack attack. Nice pocket pass from Smart.
Beautifully executed pick and roll by FIU, and a nice pass on the bounce pass from Smart. Good finish by Wilcox.
Smart with some good minutes here in the early going. Maybe a forced shot there from Corcoran. The Panthers sprinting the other way with Hawkins the basketball. Lovett trying to drive baseline, took a bump. And that'll be the second team foul on St. Thomas. Foul committed by Dwayne Russell, the Robert Morris transfer.
Substitution.
Pair of subs now for the Bobcats. Whitaker re-enters for STU. Will Brown III also in for his first action today. Washington Adventist transfer, where STU's head coach, that's where he spent his previous time. Patrick Crary in his first season guiding STU. Introduced as the head coach in May of last year, May of 2021. Smart for three, buries it from the outside. Quan Smart playing well here in the first half.
He is. He made the nice pass on the dunk from Wilcox and runs around the screen there, gets an open look and knocks down the three, playing hard on the defensive end too.
You're referencing Crary, spent more than a decade at WAU. Was also the athletic director there. Taking his coaching to South Florida. There's a shot from the outside for STU. DeAndre Johnson, another one. 5-point game. Kravakovic trying to force it inside to Wilcox. Lovett will let it go out of play. Kravakovic shooting 50% from distance on the season. Very capable three-point threat.
There's the open three from Smart. You give him space, he's going to knock it down.
And Smart's been solid from the outside this year. Now 10 for 25, right around 40% on the season. We'll take another one. Smart. Yes, 2 for 2. Aquan Smart has 8 points and an assist here in the first 10 minutes.
The dribble handoff from Lovett created some space for him for another open look.
That'll be a carry on Johnson. Rare miscue for Johnson today, Richard Jr. Taking about 10 minutes, but it feels as if FIU is starting to assert themselves here in this game against St. Thomas. Although the Bobcats brought the double team, it's a 3-on-1, and Johnson can't finish. Smart with the foul. FIU will live with that. And a 3-on-1 situation.
A good play by Smart to prevent the dunk, but he'd rather not turn the ball over there, and St. Thomas putting the pressure on with the double team to create it.
St. Thomas out rebounding FIU 10-8. Denver Jones will come in for Smart.
Denver Jones checks back in for FIU.
Smart stat line in 4 minutes of play, 3 of 3 shooting. 8 points, 2 assists. With 2 fouls, he will head to the bench. No problem for Johnson at the strike for 2. So it's Brewer, Hawkins, Lovett, Jones, and Pinckney, the 5 on the floor for FIU. As St. Thomas starting to extend that perimeter pressure a little bit the last 2 possessions. It leads to an open 3 for Hawkins. It rattled around, came back out to Lovett. Hawkins will drive this time. Good drive and kick out to Jones. Can't finish. Pinckney's putback is no good. Entertaining sequence there for the Panthers, but no bucket out of all that.
Yeah, FIU got a couple of good looks, but just couldn't knock down the threes. And other than Smart, really, the Panthers haven't shot well from outside today, in contrast to what they did on Thursday night.
Yeah, FIU 3 for 10 shooting from distance at the moment. St. Thomas is having a tough time taking care of the basketball. It's their 7th turnover in less than 11 minutes of play. They give it right back over to FIU. The foul will be on Whitaker after that sequence as well.
Cleveland Brown checks back in for the Panthers.
Cleveland Brown will re-enter. Officials are keeping an eye on those carrying violations here today, the second in a span of a few minutes. This time Brewer whistled for that. Just a 2-possession game, 10.5 minutes into the proceedings here. Panthers will bring a trap. Thomas able to get out of it. Whitaker, now to Johnson. Good size to match up against Brown today. Go back inside. Whitaker backing down. Fade away over Pinckney. Nice finish right there from Chris Whitaker, the Portland State transfer.
Really nice play by Whitaker. Brewer was on top of him. Pinckney was there for the help, and he still got the floater over top of him.
Brewer had it stripped on the drive. Leads to a Brown corner 3. No good. And the rebound to St. Thomas, who seems to be gaining confidence with every minute. Towards the end of the half here, they're still in it.
St. Thomas is playing well on the glass, out-rebounding FIU, and when the Panthers aren't making shots, the Bobcats are hanging around.
That one rolled on every part of the rim except through. Whitaker nearly had another bucket. And the reach-in foul after. It looked for a moment when FIU took an 8-point lead, they were about set to take off. But yeah, between the rebounding and the mid-range shooting, St. Thomas is giving themselves a chance here. St. Thomas probably think if they take a little better care of the basketball, they could have the lead right now.
That's true. 7 turnovers. You take away a couple of those, this could be a tie game. So St. Thomas is trying to clean some things up and see if they can continue to put the pressure on FIU.
Brewer driving baseline, quick first step, but the recovery was terrific from St. Thomas. Then they take it away with the hands of Floyd getting in the passing lane. Credit to Will Brown, too. Jones was trying to draw an offensive foul, couldn't get it. Brown going upstairs for the rebound. 4-point lead, FIU. Brown will take another 3. Outside shots just aren't falling for the Panthers right now.
Yeah, FIU's getting some open looks. They're just not knocking them down.
Trying to find Whitaker inside. Lovett had good hands the first time. They still get it down to him. Drive, kick, Johnson, 3. It's a 1-point game here in Miami.
Well, that time FIU had Lovett on Whitaker instead of Brewer, a little better matchup, but he still found the open man.
Back to the lob and 1. Pinckney will go to the free throw line, able to tip it up and in with that 7-foot height. But St. Thomas playing tough here. It's a 20-minute trip from campus. Coming on the road, 3-point game, and Pinckney and FIU have things to say about it.
Thank you.
Pegasus, the divine winged horse that flew with heroes mounted for glory. Arrogant, gun runner, city of light, mucho gusto, and Knicks go. Racing, the thunder and the lightning on the track, energy in the stands. 5, fashion, entertainment, all for one.
Smart homes have more than neat gadgets. It's also the smart choices on the appliances homeowners choose and the energy that fuels them. One of the smartest choices, safe, efficient natural gas. Why switch to this smart energy? You'll save on monthly energy bills, and you'll save more than $1,000 with available appliance upgrade rebates. Plus, it's reliable. Hot water and hot homemade meals, even after severe weather. Choose natural gas. Visit fcgsmarthome.com.
Hello, I'm the Good Greek Spiro, and I have some very exciting news. Good Greek Moving and Storage is launching our Welcome Home program. Book your next move with Good Greek, and you will receive our housewarming package, which includes gift cards valued at over $1,000, along with a neighborhood guide as you discover your new favorite local businesses. For the best move ever and to receive your exclusive gift offer, visit goodgreek.com and welcome home.
Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Welcome back to Miami. It's a matchup of Miami Gardens and Sweetwater, perhaps, if you will. 24-21 our score. Although those around FIU will say technically it's not in Sweetwater, but it's right across the street. They'll claim it as their own. Pinckney misses the free throw after the tip in and the foul. 3-point game here. 7:15 left to play in the first half. St. Thomas playing tough here. Shooting 38% from the field, and that one falls underneath. A high percentage shot from Floyd. 1-point game. Love it. Has hit one today. Get that one to fall from the corner. A triple for Eric Lovett. He has 6.
That's what FIU needs. They just hit a few more of those, they can start pulling away.
It's been a tough shooting game from the outside. Now 4 for 13 are the Panthers from distance. Thomas trying to find Johnson underneath. That was an awkward pass, though, from Floyd. Not a great angle. The Panthers up 4. Lovett got poked in the eye, it looks like, as he was trying to whip that underneath.
And offensively, St. Thomas, some possessions, they look really good. In other possessions, like the one we just saw, they throw a pass off someone's foot, just throw one in the stands. It's kind of inconsistent offensively, and I guess you kind of see there the difference between an NAIA squad and a D1 squad is that they have the talent, but maybe it's not quite as consistent as a team like FIU is.
Right. And for St. Thomas, take care of the basketball, find a way to take good shots, and probably some good things will continue to happen in the final 6 minutes of the half, one they've been very competitive in. Brown. Offensive foul. Well done in the interior from Dwayne Russell to draw the charge for Cleavon Brown. It's been another tough go of it here today. He's scoreless on 0 of 2 shooting and a pair of turnovers. Does have 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Bobcats break the pressure. Shot underneath, nearly fell for Stone. A hit back rim. 6 minutes to play first half. Love it. Quickly into the shot clock. We knew he missed it right away and then came crashing for his own rebound. And it leads to a wide open Brewer 3, no good. Brown giving FIU a third chance. Lovett to the rim this time, and the nifty reverse to finish the play. And Eric Lovett could give himself a pat on the back for helping extend that possession.
Yeah, that was some nice hustle by Lovett to get that initial rebound, and then a nice no-look pass from Denver Jones and an athletic finish by Lovett at the rim.
Stone, wow, right over Denver Jones. Augustus Stone for 3. Back to a one-possession game. Stone averaging 16 points per game this season. Brown's turnaround will not end his scoring snide.
And Brown had a mismatch against the 6'4" Will Brown and just couldn't finish.
Still forces the tough shot defensively there on Stone. Now the Panthers out in transition themselves. The step through from Smart. and he finishes the play.
Nice move from Smart, and he's probably looked like the best Panther today on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, Smart's in double figures now with 10. Whitaker trying to take Jones off the bounce. Corcoran steps into it. Back here in the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. Corcoran's hit plenty of threes in this building. And another one to the tally. 2-point game.
I love it. Helped off of him just a little bit and then didn't quite get back far enough to close out.
Smart's been the hot hand, not that time, and the rebound to the Bobcats. Dwayne Russell came flying in. STU can take the lead on this possession. And Corcoran fouled as he was trying to get it to Brown in the corner. It's the fourth team foul on FIU.
And there's Corcoran. You see Lovett helped in on him and gave him just enough room to get that shot off, and he has shown in his FIU career that he's capable from outside.
Kravakovic was face guarding. I didn't see the ball heading his way. Out of play off of the back of Kravakovic. 4:05 left to play. Panthers have led by 8 and 7 at different points of this first half. St. Thomas hitting shots when they need to from the outside to keep it close. Mid-range, shorts. Corcoran was wide open at the top of the key. They missed him. Brewer bounced into Smart. Reverse, no. And the rebounds will keep it with FIU as it went out of play. Smart saying I should have finished that play. Good transition defense from St. Thomas. It's a 2-point game in Miami. That's this Stone and the Bobcats hanging around.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
outside of sports.
As student athletes, we have a platform.
now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead, and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
to make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
Welcome back to Miami. It's a 31-29 lead for FIU against St. Thomas, NAIA program here in the 305. You know, sometimes these winter break games, maybe against the team that's a step down in division, these can be kind of concerning games at times for a coach. It's a holiday, New Year's Day game. It's not as if FIU has looked lethargic per se. I think you have to give a lot of credit to the way St. Thomas has come out and attacked today.
I agree. I think FIU has played hard. I don't think they've come out flat or anything like that. And St. Thomas has some talented players, several Division I transfers, and guys that are hungry for a win coming into a D1 court, and they've played well.
Again, not the roster that started the season 4-5. Two new players in this lineup, and we have a tie game, 31-all. Stone underneath found some space. St. Thomas is right in this. Brewer got a switch. Smart, the leading scorer for FIU in the first half. Kravakovic for three, and he buries it. Petar Kravakovic, a 50% three-point shooter this season. For St. Thomas, you don't want to give him any space.
Nice play by Smart to drive and kick and Krvokapic hit that one contested shot. That was a nice play by him to make that shot.
Actually 53% entering today's game. So that goes up with that shot. Brown able to save it. Corcoran with the basketball, 8 seconds to shoot. Smart trying to get up in his grill. Corcoran lobs it underneath. Shot off the mark, and it did not hit the rim. That'll be a shot clock violation. That was actually a very creative pass from Corcoran, and I think Russell would like to redo that finish.
He would, and here you see the previous play. A nice pass from Smart. Krvokapic with a hand in his face, just draining that three. Yeah, that was a Smart came up with some tough defense on Corcoran on this end, and it was a nice play by Corcoran to make the pass, but Russell just couldn't hold it. Wasn't expecting it.
Krvokapic had 8 in the loss to Old Dominion on Thursday. 3 of 4 shooting from distance. Smart has another triple. This is perhaps the best offensive performance the Panthers have seen from Aquan Smart this season. It gives FIU a 6-point lead.
It's an important game for him to show the coaches what he can do, put some stuff on film, and maybe earn some more playing time.
Corcoran not that time. Wilcox able to track it down. Smart now has 13, shooting 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from distance. A couple of assists to go along with that. Krvokapic in the corner alone again, and he knocks it down. Well, this young man is starting to feel automatic when he gets an open shot.
Krvokapic, too, could earn himself some more playing time. He's looking good from 3, and a nice pass from Brewer as well.
All of a sudden, some dangerous moments here at the end of the half for St. Thomas. Panthers crash the glass hard again. Here it's Brewer driving. Tough pass to Wilcox, who is standing right by him, and then the foul committed. Maybe a little too quick operating there was Brewer. Here's another look previously.
Yeah, Brewer with a quick snap pass, giving Krvokapic plenty of time to get off a quick open 3, and he is really heating up from outside.
Krvokapic had his best game as a Panther at the end of November when he went off for 18 against North Florida. Bit of a shooting slump since that game until the Old Dominion contest 2 days ago. Just over a minute left here in the half. St. Thomas has played so well for 17 minutes. Now the shooting is starting to befall them here.
And once St. Thomas tied the game, it seemed like FIU was really focused on the offensive end. And now the Bobcats maybe a little bit rattled and pressing a little bit now that they're down 9.
Smart with a miss from deep distance that time. One of those shots he kind of earned the right to take with the way he's been playing. And we'll go out of play, stay with FIU. 43 seconds left first half. An important surge here towards the end of the half, too. If you're FIU, you feel a lot less nervous with a 9 or 11-point lead at the half than if this thing was tied up like it was 2 or 3 minutes ago. You think, all right, it took us some time, but finally made that gap.
It's a different conversation in the locker room if you go in tied versus if you have this run that FIU just did and separate yourself a little bit.
A 5-second differential between the shot and game clock. St. Thomas taking their time here, 6 to shoot. Stone weaving his way into the paint. Hickney was there to help. They got it inside, and the bucket is good. FIU with 2 seconds to go. Russell had that last bucket. Smart at the buzzer. And that was rejected. 20 minutes of play through here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. 40-33 at the half, a 7-point advantage for FIU. New Year's Day here in Miami. Matchup between 2 programs in the 305 at St. Thomas and FIU here on CUSA TV.
Carlos, 20 years since you graduated from FIU, 22 since the memorable win over
They've been tough on the glass. St. Thomas's bigs have been hard to box out for FIU, and particularly DeAndre Johnson. He's 6'10". He's hit some shots from the outside, played well on the inside, and St. Thomas hasn't been intimidated coming in here to a D1 gym, but FIU has started to pull away.
Panthers' largest lead was 8 today. St. Thomas has responded every time, and it's a terrific start to half number 2 with the outside jumper from DeAndre Johnson. And it's back to just a 4-point game.
And there's Johnson again. FIU has done a nice job on St. Thomas's best players in Corcoran and Whitaker, but Johnson has really stepped up.
Johnson has 15 on 3 of 4 shooting from distance. The Bobcats give it up. Brewer can't make him pay. Johnson the rebound. Corcoran now looking to push. Off-balance shot, but he'll get to the free throw line. Did well to convince Brewer he might sling it over to the corner. Gave him another step or two to drive, and Cam Corcoran will go to the free throw line.
There's Johnson, top of the key, just draining an open three. He's 3 of 4 from downtown today.
This is Corcoran's first trip to the free throw line this season. Again, just the second game this year for Corcoran, as well as Chris Whitaker, who combined for 40 points in the win over Vermont Tech. His first free throw goes in and out for Corcoran. Originally from Orlando. It's the second to fall. Four straight points for St. Thomas to start the half. Pinckney posting up a smaller Whitaker underneath. And the reach in, called to the free throw line on Johnson. Well, it's not Pinckney's game per se to go back to the basket in the post, but with that size advantage, you wonder if they try to work that route offensively a little more often here.
Yeah, they might try to work that in, and the pick and roll with Pinckney and Brewer worked well early in the game.
Jones sends it to Brown in the corner, 10 seconds to shoot. Brown trying to back his man down, get in the scoring column. Picked up his dribble, 3 to shoot. Jones for 3. Heel of the rim, Pinckney can't bring in the rebound, and it's going to go over to St. Thomas. Good half-court set there for St. Thomas.
And FIU's had quite a few turnovers now, up to 9. They can help themselves by taking a little bit better care of the basketball, especially on plays like that.
Very much a game here in the Convocation Center. Whitaker from the elbow, fade away, no. Offensive rebound. And the extra pass is a good idea, but not the right angle for Floyd to bring it in. St. Thomas gives it away.
Yeah, that was the right idea, but just not quite the right execution. We've seen that a few times from St. Thomas, just a couple little mistakes like that have really hurt them and cost them some possessions.
Brewer patient and knocks it down. Still had a hand around him as he let that go, but able to put 3 points on the board there, make it a 6-point lead.
A nice play by Brewer to wait for the defender to go by and get the open look.
Bobcats go inside. The step through on Pinckney, no good. Follow, yes, and a foul. Jahsim Floyd will go to the line for the N1.
Basket is good.
Good effort from Floyd to crash the glass and make the play and draw the harm too.
For 22, Floyd.
That's an aspect that was so costly for the Panthers against Old Dominion. Those putbacks, those one-footers underneath, unable to box out effectively. 2.5 minutes into the second half here. Jones looking to create. 2 free throws coming up for FIU's best free throw shooter, Denver Jones.
St. Thomas foul.
It's good to see from Jones, another guy besides Brewer who has the ability to create off the dribble and get into the lane. Even if he can't make the shot, get to the line.
41 for 47 at the stripe this season. All right, partner, an obligatory segment on New Year's Day games across the country. New Year's resolutions for the FIU Panthers as they look to get back in the win column today and then resume conference competition next week. What's important for FIU, some New Year's resolutions in your mind?
I think number one is playing good defense. The way that FIU played defense the first 8 or 9 games of the season, where they were first in Conference USA in field goal percentage defense. Continuing to play that kind of defense is important. And then also just making shots. We know this Panther team is very dangerous when they're hitting from the outside.
What about you, though? What are Patrick Murray's?
Me personally? I don't know if we have time for that.
Might take up the rest of the game. Oh, that's funny.
I'm going to give you the Bill Belichick answer. Those are personal, and I don't think you're going to be interested in that.
That's great. On to Cincinnati. That's what he says, right? 6-point lead here for FIU. And that will send Stone to the free throw line.
There has been an ongoing saga with Belichick and a reporter that has asked him twice now in the last week.
That's right.
If he has any New Year's resolutions, and he's found a way to dance
well, whoever was
it
asking the
nicely.
question, it felt like she was being forced to ask it by her editor. She was like almost apologizing for asking it after New England had lost a game.
And she asked him about it again after practice one day this week, and that's what he said. He was like, those are personal, and I don't think you're going to be interested.
True courage by whoever that reporter was to go back to the well there.
I admire that.
Stone goes 0 for 2 at the stripe there. Now FIU will get into the half-court offense. Jones, nifty path to the rim. Remember Jones, the young player for FIU, just a freshman from Newmarket, Alabama, but he has played quite a role for the Panthers this season. Meeting at the rim here. Brown influenced the shot. At a jump ball, the arrow goes to FIU.
I like the physicality there from Brown. Good to see him getting fired up. He was looking for the big block, didn't get it, but he at least affected the shot and then gets the turnover. And look at that nice little Euro step from Denver Jones, and it's good to see his ability. We've seen it on a couple of possessions here recently to create off the dribble and create his own shot.
He probably does that as well as anyone on this roster. Obviously, Brewer is a lead at setting others up and even himself when this team needs him to. Jones has quickly immersed himself into the collegiate game. Brown, not that time. Lovett was trying to crash the weak side, unable to bring it in and slow to get up. Some numbers for the Bobcats here. Corcoran looking around, making sure he was open. He was not. And then Lovett with the defensive play, putting his hands in the area, and Corcoran turns it over.
That was a nice quick jab with the hand from Lovett. Just real quick, tap it out and get it out of there so you don't get called for the foul, and a big forced turnover.
8-point lead for the Panthers. Lovett for three. Good sequence there for Eric Lovett.
Way to follow it up. You make a nice play on the defensive end, come right back and hit a big shot on the offensive end.
Largest lead of the game for FIU. Corcoran from the free throw line gets it back to single digits with the fadeaway. It's the game picking up a little bit here. Brown crashing to the rim, and that will get him off his scoring snide in a loud way. Brown on the scoreboard. It's 52-41.
Good pass by Brewer and a nice cut to the bucket coming from the corner by Brown.
So his first point since the Jacksonville State game on the 15th. Might have got a piece of that layup, but the follow is good for Russell. Back and forth right now. Jones spins, no foul, and the finger roll with the left hand. Denver Jones. Got a play. Timeout, St. Thomas. FIU in an offensive verve right now. Up 11, Denver Jones taking contact and finishing with the finger roll.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes, we have a platform.
now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead, and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
54-43. It's an 11-point lead for FIU over St. Thomas. Happy New Year here from Miami. College basketball on CUSA TV. St. Thomas and FIU. The Panthers starting to wake up here offensively in half number 2. You seeing any adjustments that's led to this efficiency in scoring here over the last 3 or 4 minutes for FIU in your mind?
FIU seems to be picking up the pace a little bit. They're making some plays on the defensive end. That's leading to a little more transition on the offensive end, going a little quicker in terms of pace and finding some open shots.
And travel there before the turnover to the sideline. It was going to be a turnover in some capacity, whether the travel or I think Whitaker thought he had a teammate next to him, and he did not. Smart had a great first half, 13 points, driving to the rim here, rejected. Nice weak side help. That time from Johnson, who had a strong first half himself as well.
Yeah, Johnson's having a nice game. He's got a couple blocks now, shooting 3 of 4 from outside.
15 points for Johnson. Here's Brewer. Tevin Brewer, no. Really a circus finish for Brewer. It's out of play, and FIU gets another turnover off of Corcoran. Poking their hands in there.
Yeah, FIU's turning up the pressure a little bit on defense, making sure they're getting up tight on the ball handler, and they've been able to force some turnovers.
Patrick Creary saying that was a foul, and the Panthers get the bucket right after. Love it with the jumper, 56-43. Now this is really becoming a part of the equation. Jones got fouled by Corcoran. Go to the line for 2. This defensive pressure starting to cause issues for St. Thomas, even getting across the timeline.
And a nice jumper from Lovett right in the corner, and he drains it, and he's really starting to improve his shooting the last couple of games. 5 of 9 from the field today.
Got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. Eric Lovett has 13. Him and Smart lead all Panther scores. We'll be back after this.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes, we have a platform.
now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead, and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
At Williamson Cadillac, your car buying experience will be the perfect balance of luxury and sophistication. We're innovating every day to ensure a streamlined car buying process for our customers. Our lineup of Cadillacs are setting new standards in luxury, from the unmistakable crossover series to our sedans that are dedicated to performance, plus the original Icon and newly redesigned Cadillac Escalade. View our entire inventory at WilliamsonCadillac.com. Williamson is Miami.
14 and a half minutes to play here in Miami.
It's also the
This game brought to you by Florida City Gas, as you can tell with that little quick commercial. 57-43 now. Great to have you with us on CUSA TV. 57-43. Denver Jones at the line. Panthers' best free throw shooter knocks down a pair. Hawkins will come in for him. It took FIU a little bit, but it appears as if the Panthers have found their rhythm here on New Year's Day, thanks to some trapping pressure in the full court. Stone, athletic finish. Kind of went into the traffic there and was able to finish hanging in midair. Panthers keeping the ball hot. Lovett for three. Another 16 points for Eric Lovett. He's had solid performances in back-to-back games now. This is good news for FIU moving forward.
Good ball movement by the Panthers on that possession. It seems like the faster pace has helped them offensively.
I'll stay with FIU. If you're looking at this from the FIU perspective, if Lovett can continue this pace, these are the kind of games you'd see more often over the last year or two. And then start to get the offensive contributions that they typically have gotten from Cleavon Brown and even Isaiah Banks. Feeling good about things moving forward in conference play. Kravakovic got up for the block there. Stone second chance, no. And Lovett the rebound. Petar Kravakovic here, not just a shooter. Hawkins, nice pass. Lovett again, no. Maybe missed it right after he shot it.
That was another one, just like earlier, where Lovett, as soon as he let it go, he was just hustling to the basket.
Drive, lob, and finish here. St. Thomas for two off the assist from James Harris. And Floyd finished the play. St. Thomas is better offensive possessions here in the second half. It's been a tough go of things. Smart thought about a shot. Panthers move the ball around. 10 to shoot. Lovett lost control of it. Out of play off of Eric Lovett as Pinckney will enter. Lovett to the bench.
Lovett just lost that one, but like you said before, if he can give you this every game like he's done the last couple games, 16 points, and FIU looks a lot more dangerous in conference play.
Panthers force another turnover. Hawkins lined it up, couldn't finish. St. Thomas fortuitous. And that didn't fall with a foul on the Bobcats anyway.
16 turnovers now for St. Thomas, and that's what you want to see from FIU in a game like this. To be able to keep the pressure on defensively and create some offense off of that defense.
Yeah, Corcoran has 4 of those turnovers for St. Thomas. Kravakovic couldn't finish. 14-point game. Corcoran into the corner. Here's a three. That won't fall, out of play off the Bobcats. St. Thomas looks like a team that can continue to be a factor in Sun Conference play. Pinckney, that might have hit the rim first before it got to him. Maybe rattled him a little bit as he tried to finish that. Nice pass behind the back, in the finish, and a foul. Floyd will go to the free throw line on a nifty sequence for St. Thomas, who says, we're not going away just yet again.
A really nice pass from Corcoran, and then look at the finish. Hanging in the air and getting it to fall, Jahsim Floyd.
You see Pinckney there, it looked like he's going to go up the challenge and then just extend the hand, and that's an easy foul call for the official. Pinckney's not in foul trouble. You almost wonder if they'd rather him try to body him up and really make him earn it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to pick one or the other. If you're going to foul him, you got to at least prevent the bucket.
Hawkins trying to get downhill. Ended up with a decent angle, but unable to put it in. Here's Corcoran, elbow floater. Couldn't get the roll.
A good contest from Pinckney to get the hand in his face.
Thomas just does well to get back defensively. 11-point game. Brewer trying to take advantage of a mismatch. Kravaca pitch for three. It was on line, hit back rim. Free throw line jumper, Brewer, no. Third chance coming up. Pinckney. Fourth chance, yes. That's one way to finish things.
There we go. Pinckney's like, oh, we can't get it to fall. I'm just going to get up there and put it in.
If shooting it's not going to work, how about a dunk like that? Out of play to St. Thomas. It'll bring us to the under 12. Second or third chance wouldn't do it, but eventually sent Pinckney at the rim. All 7 feet, says enough.
Hello, I'm the Good Greek Spiro, and I have some very exciting news. Good Greek Moving and Storage is launching our Welcome Home program. Book your next move with Good Greek, and you will receive our housewarming package, which includes gift cards valued at over $1,000, along with a neighborhood guide as you discover your new favorite local businesses. For the best move ever and to receive your exclusive gift offer, visit goodgreek.com and welcome home.
Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend.
We pledge to continue the conversation.
Because it matters.
Because you matter. Stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
The Florida Lottery is proud to support education by contributing billions of dollars to Florida schools and awarding countless Bright Future scholarships so Florida students can do more than just dream of a brighter future. They can create one. Learn more at flalottery.com.
13-point game here in Miami, 11:16 left to play on CUSA TV. FIU and St. Thomas. This pressure has really impacted the efficiency of St. Thomas here offensively. That'll be a trip on the Panthers, but for the most part, it feels like it's changed the trajectory of this game when FIU really brought that trapping pressure here a few minutes into the second half.
Yeah, I think it has changed things going with the full court pressure. And even if you're not getting a steal, it has sped up St. Thomas and forced them to make some turnovers that maybe they otherwise wouldn't have made.
And it's been interesting to see that pressure because it's an element of FIU's defensive personality that's kind of been withdrawn a little bit this year, at least the full court trapping pressure. They don't do it as much, rely a lot more out of their half court defense, but kind of looks like the FIU teams of 2 and 3 years ago today.
True, and the half court defense had been really good at the beginning of the year. Really, the last game against Old Dominion was the only game where they didn't play quite as well in the half court. So Jeremy Ballard, I think, hasn't felt like he's needed the full court pressure, but it's good to see it working today, and perhaps it's an option they can go to in conference play if they need it.
Brown from the outside. Corcoran had missed on the other end. But Brown now has 5 after going scoreless against ODU, and that got the Panther bench off its feet. Johnson trying to respond. Brown moved his feet well. Shot was off the mark. It's out of play. It'll stay with St. Thomas as Smart will check back in.
And there's Brown from the wing, knocking it down. It's good to see him get the scoring going again today after a rough game against Old Dominion.
He's capable of stretching the floor. Just under 30% shooting from the outside this season. Tough contested shot, won't fall. Kravaca pitch getting in there for the rebound. Russell nearly was able to get it to fall. 10 minutes left here between St. Thomas and FIU. Smart had a great first half, has not scored in the second half, and Corcoran took it away from him, giving Smart a dose of what he's done to Corcoran today. Put back. Brown was able to track back in time and stay with St. Thomas.
And Brown's made a few nice plays defensively, too, with the hustle and attempting to block some shots and contesting some shots. And so he's certainly playing better today.
Kravaca pitch will head to the bench. Eric Lovett back in for the Panthers. 66-50. Jones poked his hand in and forced the steal. FIU in transition. It's Jones to the bucket for two. 18-point lead all of a sudden for FIU. The Panthers have certainly seized control at this point.
Now there you go, starting it on the defensive end, poking the ball out, turning defense into offense. That's how FIU has built this lead.
16 turnovers on St. Thomas on the afternoon now.
That's 4 steals now for Denver Jones. He's done a nice job defensively.
It's the first of 2 games today here in the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. The FIU women will take the court. 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, the first of 2 matchups they'll play against Ave Maria over in Fort Myers area. They'll play them today, and then on Monday afternoon as well. The Panthers' first 2 conference games for the women's side were postponed with COVID protocols in the Old Dominion and Charlotte programs. But across men's and women's basketball, hopefully starting to approach the tail ends of what has been a wild December of COVID postponements and cancellations. FIU, the men were forced to miss a pair of games in mid-December. This a makeup game, and Brown will go to the rim for 2. FIU is supposed to play Charlotte here at home today. And Sanchez's program's in the midst of COVID protocols. Brown now has 7 as we approach 9 minutes to play. Lovett trying to hound Johnson on the perimeter here. Stone driving. Got fouled. 18 fouls on FIU now. St. Thomas in the bonus the rest of the way. Jeremy Ballard yelling over from the sideline, attesting to that point, saying too many fouls, stay in front.
Yeah, FIU has done a good job when they've been trying to force steals of not fouling, but then they got to do a little bit better job in the paint of staying in front and not fouling in that area.
Stone has played a nice game for St. Thomas today as well. 13 points, 5 of 11 shooting. And 2 players in double figures for the Bobcats. Goes 2 for 2 at the stripe there. 70-53 our scores. STU brings a little bit of full court pressure. Panthers get it across with 2 seconds to spare. Good ball movement. Lovett will take advantage of that. Eric Lovett having himself an afternoon. 19 points now on 4 3-pointers for Eric Lovett. Make it 5, excuse me. He's 5 for 10 from the outside. Pull out of control that time, turns it over.
And FIU continuing to push in transition, and you see the ball movement there. Smart. Really almost a tap pass out to Lovett, just a quick release to make sure that he can get that open shot. And FIU has done a good job with the ball movement in this second half.
Here comes the press again. Right wing jumper was no good. The rebound went to St. Thomas. Smart diving for the basketball to stay with STU. An aspect the Panthers have done well today is their defense of Chris Whitaker, who after a 21-point performance the other day against Vermont Tech is 2 for 10 from the field today. 28 minutes of play. Panthers up 20. Shots are falling in Miami today.
Hello, I'm the Good Greek Spiro, and I have some very exciting news. Good Greek Moving and Storage is launching our Welcome Home program. Book your next move with Good Greek, and you will receive our housewarming package, which includes gift cards valued at over $1,000, along with a neighborhood guide as you discover your new favorite local businesses. For the best move ever, and to receive your exclusive gift offer, visit goodgreek.com and welcome home.
Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
because you matter. Stand up to the stigma.
stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
The Florida Lottery is proud to support education by contributing billions of dollars to Florida schools and awarding countless Bright Future scholarships so Florida students can do more than just dream of a brighter future. They can create one. Learn more at flalottery.com.
It's a 20-point lead for the FIU Panthers, under 8 minutes to play. Here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. After a little nervy start from the Panthers, the offense picked up here in half number 2. And FIU outscoring St. Thomas 33-20 here in the second half. Another foul though on the Panthers. St. Thomas will go to the free throw line.
Whitaker will shoot 1 and 1.
A bonus situation here. We mentioned Whitaker has had a tough day. Just 5 points after 21 against Vermont Tech in his first game of the season for St. Thomas.
Whitaker and Corcoran coming in for that Vermont Tech game and looking like the best 2 players on this St. Thomas team, and FIU has done a nice job in holding both of them to single digits so far today.
Yeah, combined for 40 against VT tonight. 13 points combined. Panthers finding open shots as St. Thomas tries to trap Denver Jones, the recipient of an open shot that time, and knocks it down from the outside.
If you're trying to trap in the half court, you got 2-on-1, so that means somebody's got to be open, and Brewer finds the open man.
Whitaker trying to assert himself a bit more the last few possessions. Knocks that one down. St. Thomas lays off the trapping pressure this time. A double of Brewer. Going downhill, Jones another open 3. Yes, sir. Denver Jones. There's some shooting practice here in the last few possessions.
Brewer draws the help with the drive and then kicks it into the corner to the open man, and Jones getting it done on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
Jones has 16 points on the afternoon now. Contested short corner jumper, no, and there's Jones with the board. Stone with the last shot. Brewer the crossover. The dish to Brown. It goes right back outside to Brewer for 3. How about that? Brown the assist. Brewer the buckets. This FIU offense is flowing now.
When Brown got that ball, he was thinking dunk. He was going hard to the rim. He's like, I'm going to dunk this. And he's like, oh, maybe not. Just flipped it off to Brewer, and they got a 3 out of it. Works out.
Two big men that all of a sudden were ready to stand him up, and that was a smart play. It's going to be an offensive foul underneath on Russell. Take another look here at some Jones jumpers.
There's the Jones shot from earlier, and then Brewer driving, kick into the corner for an open Jones to hit the 3. And then here's Brown looking for the dunk. Says, let me just pass it to my teammate, and they get an open 3 in the corner.
Partner, perhaps a bit cliche, but this scoreline does not reflect how competitive the game was for 25 or 30 minutes. FIU's broken it open. The outside shots are falling now. So Thomas has had trouble with pressure, but plenty of good things they put on film from this game as they move forward into Sun Conference play. Jones wanted a 3rd straight, and Sanogo is fouled going up. Mohamed Sanogo into the game for the first time today. Out of Massachusetts, Putnam Science Academy getting his first run this evening.
Yeah, there certainly are some good things that St. Thomas can take away from this game, especially the first half. Played really well in that first half. They're still hanging around, tied at 37 in rebounding, so they've been tough on the glass. So I think the Bobcats have got to feel good about the way they played.
Sanogo trying to get into the flow of this game. Miscommunication with Hawkins. Didn't want to throw it to the bench. And so the Panthers turn it over. FIU will have Bethune-Cookman on Wednesday. We're heading off to Bowling Green to take on Western Kentucky. And I'll tell you this, Patrick, make no mistake, if FIU comes out at Western Kentucky like they did here today, they might find themselves down 20 very quickly. And as this lob off the mark, St. Thomas gets another opportunity. Western Kentucky, a very talented team, beat Louisville earlier this season, have plenty of playmakers and doing good things under head coach Rick Stansberry, always one of the better teams in Conference USA play. It's not an easy place to get a win.
Absolutely. FIU's going to have to be ready for that one. They'll have to play better offensively than they did to start this game and make sure that they're bringing their A game to Bowling Green.
Pitch might have been going up before the ball got to him. Pitch, nice drive, and he'll get 2 free throws. He's shown the willingness and the ability to be effective driving the basketball this year. I know a majority of his field goals this season have come from beyond the arc, but he has added some elements to his game. He's not exclusively a shooter, as you see there.
Yeah, that's important for him to put that on tape so other teams can see that they're not just going to be able to hug up on him at the three-point line and try and take away that three-point shot. If he can show that ability to drive around a guy and get to the rim, then that gives him a little bit more space out on the perimeter as well to hit some threes. 16
of his 19 makes this year are from distance, but we've seen a couple of drives today, including that most recent one. He showed some athletic ability. The Montenegro native went to high school in Doral. We're making his way to FIU. Doral, a suburb about 10 minutes away here from campus. CJ Kelly has also entered for the Panthers. Texas native. Starting to see both teams go towards the end of their bench. Kyle Feldman has entered for St. Thomas. Corcoran trying to create it. Something out of nothing. Airballs that one. Third opportunity. Nice pass. And a finish from Will Brown. Good composure there from St. Thomas.
A good initial defense from Sonogo down low, but Floyd hung in there and found a teammate to finish the play.
Kelly sent away on the drive underneath. Getting a welcome to this game. And St. Thomas will go to the free throw line. Looks a little tentative heading to the rim there, and no matter who you play, they'll make you pay for that.
Yeah, I got to go to the rim hard, or else a guy like Floyd will take advantage of you.
Free throws here for Corcoran. Now he's at 7 points. Tough shooting day for Corcoran, 2 for 11, but he'll be just fine moving forward the rest of the way, especially if he plays like he did against Vermont Tech. He's very close with this FIU coaching staff. Good to see him back here in this building again. And he will head to the bench after that free throw. Might be it for his day. 84-61. Daniel Parrish has entered for FIU as well. His first action since early in the season against Trinity College. So a lineup on the floor for FIU that has barely been on the floor together this season. That's what this FIU coaching staff was hoping would be the case towards the end of this game. Parrish will get to the free throw line.
Nice pass there by Hawkins. There wasn't a lot of space down the paint, but he found a little bit of a lane to get it down to Parrish, and Parrish is able to get to the line. But yeah, this is what you hope for if you're Jeremy Ballard the last 5 minutes of this game, to have a big enough lead where you can get some playing time for some guys and get some more tape on them, things that you can look at and work on, and maybe some guys can earn a little bit more playing time as the season goes on. And you don't get these opportunities that often once you get into conference play to kind of step away from conference play and get an opportunity like this to get some guys down the bench in the game.
Parrish played in 22 games last season for South Georgia State College. Averaged 12 points per game, shot 41% from the field, originally from Aiken, South Carolina. Poor inbound pass. They will give it right back to FIU.
Sometimes when you're thinking about that pressure, you're trying to get it out quick, get it out hard to beat the pressure, and it can lead to an errant pass like you saw there.
Driven through Parrish's hometown a number of times, Aiken, South Carolina. You know what Aiken has plenty of, partner? Waffle houses.
Waffle houses there. You'd be right at home there.
Great roadside Waffle houses at Aiken. Kelly, the Texas native, buries the outside shot. Makes it 88-61. Kelly gets in the score column. Averaged 18 a game at Link Year Prep last season. FIU trying to get that lead up to 30. And now Kelly commits a foul on a 3. That's probably been the point of contention for FIU here in the second half, the amount of fouls the Panthers have committed. But they'll live with it with the scoreline, 88-61. Back after this.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice. Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
as student athletes. We have a platform. Now more than ever. It's important that we listen, learn, and lead, and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
Pegasus, the divine winged horse that flew with heroes mounted for glory. Arrogant, gun runner, city of light, mucho gusto, and Knicks go. Racing, the thunder and the lightning on the track, energy in the stands. Vibe, fashion, entertainment, all for one.
Back to Miami, final 3:41 here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. 3 free throws coming up here for DeAndre Johnson, who has 15 points this afternoon, 5 of 9 from the field. FIU was able to make some nice adjustments on him, and half number 2 was not as effective offensively, but he caused some problems early on for the Panthers today.
He did. I think he's only made one shot in this second half, so FIU's been able to prevent him from getting the ball and getting open looks. But he did play really nicely in that first half and knocked down some shots from outside, was able to operate in the paint as well. And he'll be a useful piece for St. Thomas as they get back to NAIA play.
St. Thomas moving forward will take on Ave Maria on January 6th. The reverse from Kelly off the mark. Foul on Sonogo going for the rebound. That'll put St. Thomas at the strike. 2 more.
That's his first. Russell.
Last season, the past 2 years, St. Thomas has made the Sun Conference Tournament Championship. With 14-11 overall last year, 11-9 in conference play. Again, a new coaching staff, a new era up in Miami Gardens. It'll be interesting to observe how the additions of Corcoran and Whitaker influences things the rest of the way for STU.
Dwayne Russell at the line right now is a guy that's averaging a double-double for St. Thomas this season. We haven't talked about him too much. So and he's pulled down 13 rebounds today, so he's another guy that can be valuable for the Bobcats.
Parrish, nice drive. Confident drive from Daniel Parrish. And finally use that 90 points. Parrish is rocking the the long sleeve shirt underneath. He has the three-pointer made from the outside from James Harris. You ever ball with the long sleeve? Sure, I don't know if I could roll with that a whole game.
Yeah, no, not quite my style,
Yeah.
but different guys have a different feel for what they like. Look good, feel good, play good,
Yeah,
I guess,
true.
right? Whatever.
I like the kicks, too. Loud red ones. Nice pass underneath. And off the mark. Good post defense from Sanogo, but the second chance is good for Russell. Jacksonville native. I thought he was about to extend out to 30. It's at 20 now with all the fouling and missed shots. But Kravakovic nails it from the outside. But this young man can shoot the basketball. He's closed in on 60% shooting from the outside. And it's not just the shoot. He looks like a more confident player on the court as well within the flow of the offense.
Yeah, he got some experience last year as a freshman coming off the bench. And similar role this year, but it has definitely showed improved confidence, and that three-point shot, like he said, his percentage just continues to go up and up. And he's another guy that if he can do some of that for FIU in conference play, it can make the Panthers really dangerous.
23-point lead for FIU. We'll take a quick break.
Pegasus, the divine winged horse that flew with heroes mounted for glory. Arrogant, gun runner, city of light, mucho gusto, and Knicks go. Racing, the thunder and the lightning on the track, energy in the stands. 5, fashion, entertainment, all for one.
Make sure to stay locked into COSA TV this afternoon. It'll be the FIU women in Ave Maria. In the evening cap here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center, Corey Brooks and my partner Patrick Murray will be on the call for that. Coming up right around 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Johnson trying to take Kelly off the dribble. He's rejected underneath, and Parrish winds up with the loose ball. Panthers on the run. Hawkins going up top. Sanogo is fouled.
That was a really nice play by Kelly going up against a bigger player in Johnson, who's 6'10", elevating to affect that shot.
I think it was Russell who swatted Kelly on the other end a few possessions ago, but Kelly trying to get St. Thomas back with his own block. And Sanogo at the line for 2 shots. Too strong on the first. Sanogo 0 for 5 now at the stripe this season. Can't get that one. (93-70) under 2 minutes to play. Appreciate you joining us on this New Year's Day, 2022. Floater no good. Kelly goes up strong for the rebound. Into the corner, deflected out of play. Will stay with FIU. But some good bowl games all throughout college football as well, in addition to all the college basketball action. And I know the playoff games yesterday were perhaps a bit of a dud. And to me, the most entertaining college football the last few days has been the display of mayo that we saw at the Duke's Mayo Bowl in Charlotte. The Mayo bath for South Carolina coach Shane Beamer.
The only complaint I have about the Mayo bath is I felt like they should have done it like you would do a normal Gatorade bath, like just on the field, as the game's ending, just dump it on them.
I didn't know it was a staged setup,
they had
right?
Yeah, they had it staged and set up after the trophy presentation. They sat the coach down and dumped it on him. And so I think they should, next year they got to just do it like it's a regular Gatorade bath at the end of the game.
Shane Beamer didn't just get the mayo; he got the container too. It hit him in the head.
Got a little bump.
He might have to go through concussion protocol. Parrish misses it on the fast break. Bench was on its feet. They wanted that one to go through. Johnson from the corner, too strong. And FIU running again. Parrish from the home run pass, able to lay that in for 2. Parrish has done well to Getting the score column a couple times here towards the end of the proceedings. Well, start of that bowl game, too. Mike Golick and Anish Shroff dipped the cookie into the mayo and ate it on air. And I'm disappointed there's probably no opportunity for us to indulge in such delicacies.
I'm not going to partake in that.
There's no reason for us to. They had a bowl game named after it. One can only aspire to reach that level.
I'd rather take the mayo bath.
Good game for FIU here today. Took a while to get things rolling. In the second half, the Panthers pulled away for a 95-72 victory. And Daniel Parrish will dribble out the clock. That'll do it here from Miami. 95-72 the final score. Panthers get back in the win column after 3 consecutive losses. A 23-point victory over St. Thomas this afternoon here on CUSA.